action tonight on TNT with lots of hockey going on. But without further ado, let me introduce who we have here on this beautiful setting, by the way, here in Utah. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman, along with Utah Mammoth owners Ryan and Ashley Smith. So thank you guys for being here. And Gary, I'm not going to waste any more time because you have a very exciting announcement to make.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you all for being here. I am thrilled to announce that right here in Rice-Eccles Stadium, the Utah Mammoth will host the Discover 2027 NHL Winter Classic. We couldn't be more excited, more thrilled. If I would have suggested such an announcement 3 years ago, before this team even existed, people would have thought we were making it up. But this is great for this franchise. Ryan and Ashley have done so much. The fan response and the corporate response and the community response has been incredible. So we're delighted to share this event with this great community.
Oh yeah, clap. We can clap. I wanted to clap. I saw you and I was like, we're clapping. We're doing it. Well, listen, we've set the scene.
That's the governor, you know.
We've got, well, listen, I know who leads around here, okay? So I guess good move by me. But we've got a fire here, a beautiful backdrop. So let's just chat a little bit about what this means. And Ryan and Ashley, I'll start with you. You know, Gary just said it. 3 years ago, this couldn't have happened. How proud are you, Ryan, to bring this to Utah so quickly in the franchise's existence?
Yeah, so first, big shout out to Taylor Randall and his generosity for letting us be here. I mean, I think this venue is going to be incredible. If you look at the proximity to where it kind of sits down, where the ice, everyone's going to be able to actually watch hockey from here, which I think Summit's been a little different. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. But no, this is a dream. I think, as Gary, we've been talking, we actually came up here early in the process of even getting the team because we said this is what we want. I mean, we wanted our players to be able to have it, but we also wanted our community to be able to say, this is what hockey culture and the hockey fan base, and this is like the ultimate celebration of the sport. And it's cool to be able to not just have it be a celebration, but also an education as well for so many people to get access to it. And that's kind of what this franchise has been. It's a little bit about the sport that a lot of people in this state didn't know they really needed in their lives.
Yeah, and I love that about it. Ashley, watching sort of this franchise grow and the fan base and the fandom of hockey grow with it, what stands out to you about the fans and how excited they'll be for this?
I think we don't hide from the winter here. we own it, and we're skiing before work and we're skating with our kids, and I'm working on the skating with our kids, but and
yeah, you got a family skate coming up in 12 months,
right,
so everyone's got to be out there.
But we live in the mountains, so it's like what we breathe. It's very authentic to us and to all of Utah, and for sure this fan base, who also isn't just, we're not just watching a game. They're like half of the game is our fan base, right? It's half of the game is watching what's happening in the stands. And so I think it's just really authentic to what our fans deserve. And it feels exciting to us to say, you deserve this. You've earned this in a very short amount of time. But also to open our mountains up to the world.
I love the way you put that, because I think the Winter Classic is one of those very unique events where the fan experience is really at the forefront with all of the different things that go on, not just with watching the game, but around the game, the things that you can do at field level, the things that happen the day before, even after the game, some of the performances. And Gary, I was told before coming up here that this Winter Classic in Utah will officially mean that all 32 NHL teams have participated in a Winter Classic. How proud are you to be able to say you've ticked off all 32?
It was a long time coming for some franchises, but for this franchise, long overdue, but the circumstances and the ownership and the community has made it right. And just to add to that, in the very early discussions I had with Ryan about the possibility of a franchise here, the thing that impressed me most was he was focused on big things for Utah. What could they do to make a difference, to bring big things to Utah? Franchise, obviously, the Olympics, what's going on and going to go on downtown, all part of big things. but this is a big thing, and we're happy to share it with the members of the NHL family that now reside in Utah.
Gary, you were telling me earlier that Ryan's always got a lot of ideas, a lot of big ideas. So, Ryan, I know we're 12 months away from this thing actually taking place, but, like, how long is your idea list? How big are we talking? I mean, I know you can't tell me anything concrete right now, but if you could, like, paint a picture of the perfect weekend here in Utah next year, what would that kind of look like for you?
Oh, my word. It's going to be, first of all, this backdrop was the opening ceremonies to 2002. It's going to be the opening ceremonies to 2034. So I feel like we kind of get a dry run.
I love that.
So I think that's pretty cool. But I think that's going to be a question for Logan. I mean, his excitement and the players' excitement, it seems like they're going to be leaning into this. And when they're leaning in and we're leaning in, like, good stuff happens.
A lot of leaning.
A lot of leaning going on. Listen, I'm here for it. Just listening to you guys and being around you the last few minutes has me excited for what's in store. And I know that you guys are hoping to make this the biggest and best Winter Classic yet. So you mentioned Logan. Logan Cooley is here. I don't have, right in front of me. You want to come on up here for a second and kind of give us your thoughts as a player? Oh, Gary's not giving you his mic.
Here, come sit here. Sit.
Well, Logan, I'll keep it very simple, As a player, what do you love about the Winter Classic and what excites you about the opportunity to get to play in one?
Yeah, I mean, I think just being outside, you see the mountains in the background.
Yeah.
As a player, I hope it's pretty cold and there's a lot of snow. I don't want to be a lot of plays out there. I want it to be, you're just pushing the pucks.
You want bad ice.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
it. I love that. You're pretty good, so it probably won't hurt your game too much.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I'm just super excited to have this opportunity and for the NHL to do this. Ryan, Ashley, it's going to be a special, a few days for Utah, and I'm happy to be part of it.
We heard Ashley talking about just the atmosphere at Utah games and what that's like. As a player, do you feel that? Do you feel how much the fans in the building are interacting with the game?
Definitely. I mean, not just saying this because I play for, Utah, but I truly believe that we have the best fans in the league, and it's sold out every night. The fans get into the game. They're starting to learn it a lot more too. So, it's truly a pleasure to play at the Delta Center, and happy to be here.
And I'm sure it's fun for you to be a part of that when you meet fans out and about. Just kind of like the fact that you're actually growing the game by being a player here and kind of putting a really good product on the ice. Last one for you. The guys in the room, when they find out, like, what's the conversation? What's the group chat like? Like, how excited is the team? Have you guys started talking about your arrival outfits? Like, that's a big thing. You should probably start planning now.
Yeah, we haven't planned any fits yet, but
get on it. You're running out of time.
I'm sure that'll come soon. But I think as a little kid, everyone grows up, playing on the pond or your backyard, and for me, I've always done that, and I think as guys, the little kid of us will kind of come out, and to be able to play in the NHL and the Winter Classic around the holidays, it's gonna be special. Well,
listen, congratulations again to all of you guys on making this happen in Utah. Thanks for being here, Logan. I know you got a busy schedule, so we appreciate you taking the time. So let's give it up for Logan Cooley one more time.
Thank you.
And as Logan Cooley exits the stage, we are very excited for this Winter Classic in 2027. So if I could get everyone's attention to the big screens, we're going to get excited together.
Hockey outdoors, it's unbelievable.
Gotta get ready for this one. We on top of the mountain.
You have a backdrop of a mountain.
It's what the people want. It's what the people need.
It's going to be exciting.
So let's give it to them. Are you ready?
We want to play them hard every game.
They're our closest team, closest rival.
Get ready.
The atmosphere is going to be insane.
The time is now.
It'll be a great one.
Thank you very much, everybody. We have wireless mics on both sides of the room. We'll take questions for Gary, Ashley, and Ryan. Please raise your hand if you have a question and direct your question to Gary, Ryan, or Ashley. We'll start on the right side, second row.
Hey, Gary, just wanted to know, I know, right here, sorry.
There you are.
Your team kind of toured Rice-Eccles Stadium earlier, and just kind of what are some of the logistical challenges and maybe solutions you guys have found here, and why you think this is going to be a good venue for this event?
I'm not aware of many logistical challenges. I think we may bring in some bigger video boards for that end. But this stadium sets up very well from a sightline perspective. There's an intimacy here. We expect to have 50,000 plus here. We're not anticipating any problems. And the governor's promised me that the weather will be perfect. A light snowfall, 26 degrees would be perfect. Right, Governor? Okay.
Again, if you have a question, if you have a question, please raise your hand.
Yeah, I'm curious, Ryan. This is kind of going back to the agreement with Salt Lake City. They included kind of this covenant and this provision that allowed for an outdoor game outside, away from Delta Center for events like this. Was having this event sort of the focus of making sure that provision was there so Utah could host this event?
Well, 100%, we want the flexibility to be able to at least be in a spot where if the NHL would choose us, that we would be ready and set up to host it. And, we were foreshadowing a little bit, but we were also super hopeful. And, at the time, I don't think we had, a lot of reason to believe that in our third year we would get the Winter Classic. But Chris and Bill and honestly our fan base, it's not that strange for people outside who have been watching what's been happening in Utah. Sometimes in Utah we don't believe it as much, but the rest of the hockey world, it makes sense. We're going to take on the Avalanche and we're going to do it here.
And it's not, even though it's not the Delta Center, it's still a home game with 3 times at least as many people. So I think the crowd here will give this about as much of a home ice advantage as you can get.
Right side, third row.
Is there any plan for a specialty jersey for either team or both teams?
Yeah, we generally have special jerseys, new jerseys for the special events, the outdoor games. They have not yet been designed because we just announced this. And there's a lot of work to be done, but we have plenty of time to do the planning, and I have no doubt. I mean, the current sweater is spectacular. I think everybody agrees. So now we're going to have to take that up a notch, but I have every confidence that the league office, working in conjunction with the Mammoth, will be able to do that.
And then really quickly, I also wanted to ask, I know that this stadium typically does not allow the sale of alcohol, and that's a big revenue generator for the NHL. Is there going to be some sort of arrangement there?
Steve, what's the answer to that question? We're going to be serving alcohol? We're working on it. We're working on it.
Yes. Yeah, I think Mary shook her head. We're good. Yeah. I think that they're good.
Yeah.
Right side, third row.
This is for Ryan and Gary. I'm just curious, could you kind of explain when the conversation shifted to a Winter Classic as opposed to just a stadium series?
That's really just the function of timing. It's an outdoor game. It's a question of what makes sense from a timing standpoint. It's difficult for us to use NFL stadiums for the Winter Classic, but a college stadium is perfect based on the time of the year because there isn't any competitive events in there. I think it was more a function of us focusing on events, and we knew whether it was going to be an all-star game first or an outdoor game, this was a place where we wanted to bring our tentpole events.
On the right side, second row.
Just curious, in the season and a half of Mammoth hockey so far, we've kind of seen this rivalry with the Avalanche kind of organically develop. It makes sense with the region. But what went into choosing the Avalanche as the partner for this game?
Just what you said. A nice rivalry is developing. The two teams from the mountain geography coming together, it makes perfect sense. Sometimes our scheduling doesn't get credit and people say, what were they thinking? But on this one, the what were they thinking makes sense.
There are no more questions. I'm now going to throw it back to Jackie.
Thank you so much.
Well, you want this one? Yeah, maybe. We can trade.
Here, I'll just do a trade-off. Thanks, Garrett. Appreciate you. Team effort. Look at us go. Okay. All right. I want to introduce everybody to the executive director of the University of Utah, Colin Simmons. I'm going to ask you about the game, but you actually have a definitive answer on the booze, so we're going to start there.
Yeah, we've worked for a couple years now, and we're able to sell beer and seltzer for all private events. This is a private event. We don't do it for Utah athletic events, but we do it for private events. We've done it with multiple concerts over the last 3 years.
All right,
That's
so
a great answer.
Beer and seltzer.
He was ready, Gary. As soon as that question was, I was like, I can give you an answer. So I said, let's start there because I feel it's important. But the game coming here is even more important. So just tell us about this location, about this event, and what it means to be bringing it here.
Yeah, we could not be more excited. I send the love of President Randall. He couldn't be here today, but he, from the first day we told him about this event, he's been nothing but excited and supportive, and all the administration at the university were extremely excited. It's 51,000 plus, so there'll be a lot of fans, but we are really excited to host this type of event, along with the many other events we do here. But hockey, this is a special situation, and we couldn't be more excited as a university to support.
All right. Well, thank you for the time and the answer on both questions. We appreciate you so much. And I don't know if we have any more questions.
There are no more questions. We're going to take a pause to set for a photo with Ryan, Ashley, and Gary, and then we'll invite the mayor, the governor, Bill, Chris, and Logan to take a photo as well. So give us a couple seconds here to get rid of the chairs and get your cameras out, please.